give the people a few moments to join in, Josh, and then we will get started.
Wow, wow,
Oh yeah, I
wow.
got it too. Peep this. So when it starts, gives the intro of the show, then gives the
Okay.
topics. So I'll update that every day. I
Okay.
mean, Apollo has some good advice. You know what I mean?
Right?
Shout out to
Okay.
Apollo.
Do, 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 do.
Shit,
Do, 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 do. Oh shit.
just spilled coffee all over me.
Met her
That's what
on a
happens when you go live,
Friday
bro.
when I took that trip to Florida. My focus was
All
on
right,
the
Josh, we're gonna
money.
get going. Your boy already had his first accident of the day. Coffee everywhere, but we are live, Josh.
We
If
are.
you see this and you see that, and we're right around there, that can only mean one thing. That's right. Dun 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 dun. Dumb lunch break boys back at it with another episode of Lunch Break News. First, the one, the only, the Pharaoh Live, back at it like a crack addict in the 80s. To my right, a nickname cannot contain this man. His name's Josh. Josh, before I ask you how you are, as always, real quick, you teased yesterday. Shout out to all my returning people. Make sure you like, subscribe, etc. You said yesterday, today you may come in with a nickname. Has that happened? If so, please share it with the people.
It has not happened yet.
Okay.
I do have a top 3 list,
Okay.
but we're
All
not
right.
going to disclose them because
No more teasers.
right. So tomorrow for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
For sure.
The announcement will come soon. Well, Josh, the people are here, yes, to hear your nickname, but secondly, to get the goddamn news. Yes, it's lunch break news, the best news channel you will find during a lunch break this side of the Mississippi. Go ahead and look that up. You won't find anything to go against it. Thank you for the likes. Make sure you follow. The first story of the day, as you guys see, look at this, Josh. Come on, the setup. We got the news stories there.
Look at that.
We got the updates. Come on, shout out to Apollo with the great advice. Now, Roger Jackson has been in the news. If you guys have been living under a rock, let me give them a quick recap, Josh. Roger Jackson, the son of Rampage Jackson, right? He was in a amateur wrestling setting, right? He was there as a guest. I'm not sure what his exact plans were. Everybody knows that he's been streaming a la his father, Rampage, on Kick for the last few months or so, right? So he goes in there and they do what's called a shoot, Josh, right? They do, well, what Psycho Stu thought was cut a promo. He sees the guy, he says, oh, you don't know who I am? Well, you're going to learn. Boom, cracks a beer can on top of his head, right? Not sure if it was a fake can, not sure. It doesn't look like he hit him that hard. He also covered his head partially with his hand, a la how they do in wrestling, Josh. Supposed to look real, not supposed to feel real, right? Either way, as soon as it does it, you saw Raja was not with it. He was not with the shoot, Josh. He was not in on the shenanigans, so he gets angry. Other people say, hey, Stu, you're wilding a little
beg
bit.
to differ.
I'm just trying to get a recap real quick, Josh. So you saw wrestlers saying, hey, Stu, you're wilding. He's not, part of the industry. He doesn't know. And Stu says, you're not going to sell it. He's confused. He's like, oh, all right, whatever. He goes ahead and apologizes several times, in which Raja looks to accept the apology. Now, since yesterday, we've seen some behind the scenes footage of wrestlers saying, quote, you can get your receipt back during the show. Also, you can get your, in quotes, Josh, get back when we do the scene, right? So they're telling Raja that during Psycho Stan's match, we're going to let you go in there and get a couple licks off, right? They tell him to slam him, to get a shot off, and then you will be pulled off. That's what they explained to him. What did he actually do? He slammed him so hard, Josh, that you can see the hips coming down before the head. And we talked about that. That's when you know you're going to have a bad time, right? Your hips land, your head is still traveling in an arc. It comes and boom, it slams into the ground. That put Psycho Stu at least partially unconscious. Josh, from there, Raja landed no fewer than 20 unanswered strikes to not only a grounded opponent, but a partially, if not fully, unconscious Psycho Stu. Then, after that, you saw wrestlers come in and grab him off. Raja still wasn't having it. Allegedly do a punch at one of the wrestlers as well.
Cut him too.
Then we see some footage afterwards of Raja being mad, saying he's not going to be disrespected, etc., etc., etc. Before I go into too many more of the details, Josh, anything to add on that? I saw you had a little bit of contentious disagreement. Let's hear it.
So one thing where it was like, oh, Raja got mad once the prop can, because the can's full of, from my understanding, the can's full of air.
Okay.
Right. That's why when he acknowledged later that it didn't hurt that much, it didn't hurt at all, is that when it's like, oh, Raja got mad and was upset at that point. even then, right, I think he was more so confused and then was gassed to be mad.
Yeah.
Because if he was in all reality actually mad, he would have did something right there.
Right
but
then.
he didn't. He waited.
Yeah.
He waited. So despite anyone saying anything to him, you can get your receipt. Literally, a receipt indicates, right? Oh, like, oh, in these terms, an equal response.
Sure.
That's what literally what that means.
That's how I would take it.
For the guy, the actual pro wrestler, what's his name again?
Psycho Stu.
Stu, right? So with Stu, because Stu ain't that crazy, but with Stu, right? Again, put in perspective of Stu. I don't even think we need to go over this, but you're Raja, you're with an entire camera crew or whatever. Guess what Stu's probably is more than likely thinking? Oh, word, he's some guy X, Y, and Z. The funny thing is, the way that Raja even responded, hell no. Like that, he sounded like a wrestler.
Yeah.
He literally sounded like he was performing.
I thought he was in on it for a second.
I thought hell no.
Yeah.
Who even talks like that? Like, or whatever.
Raja
right?
Jackson.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Precisely. Right.
Yeah.
But the real true reason is that guy, I don't know if I'm reaching for straws or whatever. Right.
Go for it. It's what we're here for.
But tell me this, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like that guy, I'm pretty sure this lines up pretty correctly, that Stu's age is around the same as his father's? Because I think Stu was in his almost 50.
Yeah, yeah. Stu was in his 40s, 50s, yes.
Right. Rampage, same about,
yes.
about the same age,
yep.
right? Then when he stepped to him, looked over him, they about the same size too.
Sure.
Right?
Height-wise, yeah.
Height-wise.
Yeah.
Rampage just doesn't got the belly or whatever.
Sure.
And I feel as though
shout out to Rampage, in great shape, by the way.
He's in great shape.
Yeah.
Big head.
Yeah. Yes.
Always had a
can't do anything about that.
Right?
Okay.
Raja head, not too big.
Yeah.
Not too big, right?
Normalish. Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah.
A little on the smaller side.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But the fact that I feel as though once Raja, the chat, all of these things combined, the chat, I don't blame any of the wrestlers because they think that I feel as though they think that they're talking to a regular human being. Like, get your receipt.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, slam them.
Sure.
You could throw, throw them against the ropes, do the run thing, really clothesline them. You get them good. Yeah, get them good. Shit like that. Ain't nobody thought. No one in their right mind, bro. No one in that right mind was thinking, slam him unconscious, punch him 22 times in the face. Like, nobody's thinking that.
Real quick, Josh, can I interject?
Yeah.
All right. So, Josh, I agree. No one was thinking Raja was going to slam him through the goddamn ring, right? No one was thinking he was going to punch him 23 times. But here's some issues I do have and why I won't come at the wrestlers. I'll agree with you on that. But I will come at the organization after some news that has come out in the last few days. Josh, the organization was aware of the dust up, right? What did they do? They did not add more security guards, right? They did not have a conversation with Raja. They did not have a conversation with Raja's team to make sure, because I can understand wrestlers not thinking twice about Raja understanding what a receipt meant or what get back meant, right? But as an organization, you have the liability, you have the culpability, and you will be held accountable if something goes wrong. So even if you don't think it's something, you should just CYA, Josh, cover your ass. Say something, take the young man aside, right? So you could say, hey, we had to talk to him. He said he was fine. We had no idea. You know why they can't do that? Because they didn't have that talk with him, Josh. What they did do is send one of the wrestlers, the only actual wrestler in the background that had real fight experience and was friends with Stu, to go and, quote, keep an eye on Raja because of the dust up. So they had reasons to be concerned, period, Josh, right? They sent that guy out. Now, this guy is upset, and I don't blame him, because what he has leaked is that the organization not only did not have any added security, right? But they're now telling their wrestlers to not talk to the cops.
Yeah, it was kind of wild.
They're telling their wrestlers to share the video of Stu being almost murdered. And I'm not exaggerating. I'll say unalive because of the TikTok algo, right? A video of this man getting his face broken, literally, his teeth knocked out, literally. They said he was choking on his own teeth, Josh. And they're telling their people to repost it. So they are trying to get the clicks, Josh. And yet I haven't seen a statement apologizing to Stu, because first person I blame in this is Raja. Second person I blame in this is Raja's team, and that includes his cameraman for trying to gas him up.
Who got him there.
As well as his chat, Y'all are absolute garbage. You're what's wrong with today's youth, that you think it's cool online to tell real people to do real things. Well, this is what really happens in the real world. Someone who may be a little bit unhinged, right? Who has, at the very least, has deeper seated issues than what Psycho Stu did with that can, being Raja, right? He had a bunch of insecurities stewed in him. He had a bunch of resentment, I think, from the bullying from his father on him. And that's not to blame Rampage. That's to blame Raja, because he's a grown-ass man and he can go get some therapy if he really needs help, right? But the organization itself is not doing themselves any favor, Josh. And I think this may help him avoid charges, just as Adam asked, did he get charged? So here, Josh, and now Chael Sonnen has mentioned this too. Raja has not been charged yet.
You know why he hasn't been charged, though?
Real quick, Josh. It's been days. He hasn't been charged, right? So the question is, will they? After that, what charges? And 3, will he be able to get skirt responsibility by shifting it to the organization? Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
Right. So, but, there is a thing called personal responsibility.
Sure.
Raja, bro, no one made you do anything. And there was no clear communication from anyone telling you to do that.
Agreed.
At all.
Agreed.
Yo, there's no way at all. There is no way at all, right, that you can misconstrue anything they said to that.
Yeah.
It's just no way, bro. Like, you're absolute psychopath, bro.
Just as Not My Prom says, what the fuck? Yeah, we agree, bro.
Hold up. But look, this is the crazy thing, though, right?
Yep.
The wild thing about it, I don't think that he's been charged yet, because I don't think the police have been able to give Stu's statement and saying that he did not agree to this and that it was not a part of the show.
Chael Sonnen mentioned that.
Because there is a thing in the wrestling community where I've seen some videos online, bro, and it's also horrific. Not as bad as this, but people getting really hit upside their head, punched.
Guardian Angel says, Democrats, a demonic, crooked, treasonous thieves. We are talking about Raja Jackson, but we do hear your opinion on Democrats.
All right. We will get to that.
Josh, anything else on Raja Jackson? Now, Chael Sonnen had a take on this that I did not like at all, Josh. He tried to say, hey, these things happened. They agreed to do this. Wrestlers a la Floyd against Big Show. Big Show said, hit me for real. We saw IShow's Speed get speared out of existence on WWE. But what we didn't see is someone get beat while being unconscious. I did not like his take. I do not agree with him. Adam says he's right. He's still in the hospital. He is still in the hospital, and he's not all there. There was brain swelling. We hear it is going down, but that's why his family announced that he was in stable yet critical condition. That sounded odd to me. What they're saying is the swelling went down, but he's not out of the woods yet. He's also having problems talking because he may have a broken jaw, and he's definitely missing plenty of teeth. Josh, anything else before we move on to the next topic?
Just one thing. Like,
I'll give you the last word on this too.
I do feel as though that the not enough culpability is being put on Rampage Jackson as his father, right?
Okay.
Yo, to me, seeing the streams at first it was entertaining and then when hindsight is 2020. But if you could imagine, if you're Raja, he's what, 25?
Yes.
So imagine
25, 26,
growing up with this treatment for 25 years. I get when people say, oh, you had this, you had that, blah, 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 whatever. But also, you also had the number one person that you look up to bullying you constantly.
Okay.
I've seen clips of him saying that he disowns Roger. This is before any of this happened.
Sure.
He disowned, of course, he's playing, blah, 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 whatever. But you have to know him to even understand that he's playing.
Sure.
But as a son, right, then even if you're playing or not, there is kind of some sensitivity. And one thing where I say that most of this anger has originated from was directed towards his dad. Sure. If you ever see them play fight, you see that Roger's dead ass serious.
Oh yeah, Roger's not playing around.
He's dead ass serious.
Adam says Sonnen is friends with Rampage. That's why he's on their side. Agreed. As JR Smallmouth, that's a funny name. Rampage is not much of a father. No comments on that because I don't know what's going on there.
All right, wait, I got a comment.
Real quick.
All right, real quick. Okay. But I'm just saying, like,
see what y'all did?
when you talk to your children like that,
sure.
Imagine how on the live stream. Imagine how you talk to him when he's not on live stream. And I know for sure.
That's fair.
You see the differences, the stark contrast on how he talks to his other kids than how he talks to him. And I haven't seen the other one, but he's got a lot one that he said point blank period. My black kids, I save bail money. My Asian kids, I save college money. When you see him even talk about the Asian kids,
Sure.
it's completely different than how he talks about his black kids. When you see him interact with his Asian kids,
Yep.
it's completely different. So I'm not saying that Rampage is, responsible for the actions of his grown son. No, but Rampage should feel bad for what he produced because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm just saying.
I hear that, Josh. Let me try to get something real quick. Meta glasses are for creeps. It sounds like you can't afford a pair of meta glasses, brother. I'm sorry for you. All right, let's get the poll up real quick.
Oh, and Rampage, do I want to fight? Absolutely not.
Are y'all friends or related? We are frat brothers, brother.
Okay, we got a real ball out here today.
Josh, go ahead and say one more comment real quick so I can start this poll up. It is effing up.
Hey. Just to close on this Rampage thing. The thing is everything's like, I don't know. Like, I do feel as though the creator is very humorous. The funny thing is that bro's dad name is Rampage, and he's been cited as being Rampage Jr. The thing that he didn't want the whole time.
Yeah.
To be known under his dad.
His name is Raja, and I did not know that is short for Rampage Jr.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's some Rampage shit.
Yes.
Like, literally. Well, I do feel bad for Raja. I don't care what anyone says. I know what it could be being raised with someone like that. But I do feel bad, utmost sorrows to Stu. Bro, you found yourself in a situation with someone you never imagined you'd meet.
Yeah. You guys let us know what you think on the poll, in which is asking if you think Raja was justified. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on Lunch Break News. Now, Josh, real quick, the next story of the day, the gerrymandering war of 2025 that we've been covering flawlessly, may I add, because we're goddamn journalists, Josh, has a new player, yes, new challenger enters the arena, and that is Utah. So a judge in Utah went ahead and ordered them to redraw the district maps. Josh, first of all, this is a little funny because they only have 4 districts in Utah. Yes, a state as big as Utah only has 4 districts. A surprise to me, but again, I've never met a man or woman from Utah, Josh. This likely creates a new seat for the Dems. Like I said, there's 4 districts. In 2024, Donald Trump won the election in Utah 60-40, right? So 60% to 40%, right? So the GOP won all 4 districts. A judge said that this was a clear and obvious redrawing of the maps simply to disenfranchise the Democrats of that state. So they have ordered those maps to be redrawn. Josh, any thoughts on that?
Good thing for the Dems. I do think just making things fair is always a good thing.
Sure.
So yeah, that's about it. And hopefully there is no, Republicans now running from particular votes or anything like that in the state of Utah. But I have been in Utah, very beautiful state.
Okay.
The mountains are absolutely breathtaking.
You're the only person on earth I've ever met that's been in Utah, but okay, cool. Share it.
I just drove through.
Shout out to Utah if y'all are here. I'm sure you're not because no one's from there. But hey.
Feet was never on land. But yeah.
All right. Appreciate the follow, Ivan. You guys make sure you like, subscribe, etc., etc. Lunch Break News, the best goddamn news you'll find during a lunch break this side of the Mississippi. Go ahead and answer that poll as well if you guys agree with the redrawing of these and other maps. J.R. Smallmouth, which we appreciate the engagement today. Time for Republicans to catch up. 2 German Shepherds, says Utah here. 2 German Shepherds, you're lying. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't believe you, 2 German Shepherds. Maybe if you were 3 German Shepherds, you'd have a leg to stand on. You see how I did that?
Right,
a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Okay, but shout out to you, German Shepherd. I don't believe you're from Utah, but if you are, shout out to you. And sorry for shitting on your state a little bit, but it's all fun, baby. We're here for a good time. Now, Josh, let's get into some shenanigans. All right, you know what? The last serious topic we are going to cover is in D.C., Josh. There's been 2 executive orders to happen there. Missouri here. Shout out to Missouri. See, I believe you because out of nowhere, nobody mentioned Missouri, right? He's not looking for clout. 2 German Shepherds, right. If that is your real username, right? True story, my ass.
How about Afghanistan? Where are we? Afghanistan the building?
I believe that more. Yeah. Shout out to y'all. So DC executive orders 1. The one brings back cash bail, Josh, which I do not like that shit at all. We don't have enough time to go into it. We can go into it again tomorrow. Cash bail is great for when you do want to keep criminals who committed crimes in jail. It sucks for someone who's accused of a crime that they've not been able to prove their innocence, and now they're stuck in jail. As DeMarcus says, what's Unc yapping about? You know what, DeMarcus? You were the 3rd person on the internet to call me Unc in 2 months, and I'm going to start taking offense to this shit, okay, Josh? I promise you. One more goddamn yeah. Anyway, Josh, so the second executive order, I printed out here, Josh. You know what I mean? Because I'm a goddamn journalist. In addition to the order on cash bail, Trump's second demand asks for changes in the city of D.C., including for U.S. Park Police to hire more officers and a request that the U.S. Attorney of D.C. hires more prosecutors. Trump also demanded that the U.S. Secretary of Defense immediately creates a specialized unit with D.C. National Guard that is dedicated to public safety and order in the district. He's doing that, so whenever this order for the occupation of the National Guard ends in D.C., that there's actually a branch, a team of the National Guard to stay there as like a de facto federal crime unit. Josh, another executive order that Trump pushed through that I'm not in support of, right? He made burning the flag an offense punishable by a year. Now, Josh, I've said before, unfortunately, it's a controversial statement for you fucks, but I'm a proud-ass American. I'm proud to be an American, Josh. I don't want to be nowhere else. I've been plenty of other countries. I will continue to go to other countries, and guess what? I like living here. But, Josh, what I love about living here, first, is our constitutional rights, which includes free speech, which the Supreme Court has already ruled years ago that burning the flag was a form of expression, is a form of free speech protected by said amendment. Josh, anything on that before we move on?
Nah.
I'm fucking with you, DeMarcus. It's all love, baby. Come on now.
Well, okay. So I would say this. Just to reiterate, I do think the residents of DC that are in particular red zone areas,
sure,
much appreciates the presence, the increased presence of police, and then the added presence of the army. Like honestly, even the cops, like regular cops, they don't got guns to compete with these street, like the streets. They don't. Like, bro, little kids, 16, 17, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the phrase a button. Listen, that is a switch.
Okay.
That means you could turn any weapon into an automatic weapon.
It goes from bang, bang to
okay. Bro, you don't even have to, you just point it and you go, right?
Gotcha.
All I'm saying is this, like the residents, again, I'll reiterate, I don't know what the exact plans the government has in regards to their end game or exactly why they're doing this, because we all know they really don't care about the citizens,
right?
And the residents, especially in impoverished communities,
yeah,
right? Because they already have a particular side already has their votes.
Yeah,
let's say that, right?
You guys let us know what you think through the poll. Go ahead, Josh.
But yeah, I just hope the community leaders take the opportunity and to decrease crime.
Yeah.
And the ability to maybe even using fear-mongering tactics to get people to change. And the culture of the inner city, DC and Chicago seems to be the 2 test subjects. So hopefully that the community leaders, the fathers, the mothers, are able to sit their sons and daughters down in regards to actually significant change in the mindset and the culture of the community, and it'll lead to something positive. But other than that, I don't care.
I hear you, Josh, and because this is lunch break news, during the finite time of our lunch break, we do have to go soon, so I'm going to let you have the last word on that. Let's go to the last story of the day. It's some Trump shenanigans going on. Let's see. C. Breezy says, can't burn a flag while committing crimes, vandalism, cop cars, or looting. This executive order has zero to do with any of that stuff you just mentioned, C. Breezy, outside of burning the flag. It's strictly about burning the flag. The other things that you mentioned are crimes. J.R. Smallmouth says, sorry, we need accountability, and bail is the start. It definitely can be. It can, for the people that are criminals. For the people that are innocent and have not yet been able to prove their innocence, it sucks to sit in jail because you don't have money to get out. I'll leave it at that. We will talk about it again. Please, guys, follow, because we don't let these stories go. We continue to update, and I love the discourse. I love the disagreement, And I love the support, man. Thank you. What did you have to say, Josh, before we go on to the next one?
It. Next topic's good.
All right, next topic, Josh. There were some shenanigans going on. Trump, and I actually enjoyed this. This was kind of funny. I told you guys about Truth Social. If you don't have a Truth Social, you are missing out on some fun. Whether you're on the right or the left, it's a good time. Jared Smallmouth says, great show, guys. Thank you for that. Anita just followed us. Thank you for that, Anita. Guys, we're getting some goddamn support out here.
We're getting some feedback.
I feel it all over the world, Craig, and Utah, because Utah is not technically part of the world. Anyway, so Trump, via a post on Truth Social, fired the Federal Reserve Board, one of the Federal Reserve Board governors. Her name is Lisa Cook. Trump says he has sufficient reason to believe that she made false statements on at least one mortgage agreement. Josh.
That's very serious.
Cook says, I will not resign. He does not have the power to fire me, and I am not leaving. She hired very famous attorney, Abby, it might be Abby Lowell. So that's ABBELOWELL for those that want to Google, right? Who has this attorney represented in the past? Josh is about to get fun.
Did he?
Hunter Biden. Ivanka Trump. You didn't think I was going that. You thought I was going to work my way. You thought I was going to work my way in. No, it's straight left, straight right. And Kushner. So he's had some high profile cases before, right? And he's also just left a firm that worked out some type of agreement with Trump so that they would be in Trump's good graces. He said, I'm not for it. I'm actually going to start representing people that are going against Trump. So she got a big time attorney who already has a bone to pick with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, again, says that he does have cause because, as you guys may not know, but you're about to find out because we're goddamn journalists, is per the Federal Reserve Act of 1913, the president can only fire a Fed governor for cause. That's in quotation marks, for cause. What has been generally accepted since that 1913 ruling was that it had to be some egregious and proven like fraud or some type of misrepresentations that they did knowingly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some people are saying Trump is just mad that they haven't dropped the rates like he's asked. But Josh, what this will result in is a goddamn court case, and you know I'm a law nerd. Cannot wait to see what the legal arguments on both sides are. As Jared Smallmouth says, the question is who is paying for her lawyer? Come. We know the answer. Go ahead, Josh.
Yo, first of all, I hate the Federal Reserve Bank. Just letting you know. Like, it's literally, the Federal Reserve Bank is created.
Chris Ritchie says society. Misconduct is cause, fraud is cause. You are correct. Yes, sir.
Right, 100%. Yeah, I mean, that's cause. Cause is very vague. I'm pretty sure they wrote it that way for a reason. Lawyer language. But the Federal Reserve in general, like if it's like, okay, well, yeah, she might get fired for fraud or whatever, right?
Sure.
The entire system is fraud. The entire thing is fraud, bro.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing federal about the Federal Reserve Bank. Let's start there.
That's actually true.
And yo, do we need to cut rates? I don't know, right? Because like, it could like put us further deeper into debt. That's exactly what it would do. Not could, no, that's what it would do, right? Yeah, would it ease things on the regular man and woman? A little bit, right?
But for how long is the question?
For how long is the question?
Because we've been clapped back on. People don't understand.
Right.
Yeah, the rates go down sometimes, right? But sometimes if they do it and they ain't do the numbers right, it's only going to go up more than it would have gone up if it never moved in general. So yeah, you saved for a year, but overall 3 years, it went up as far as you're concerned, the common guy.
Right.
Ahead, Josh,
and
sorry about that.
The rate cut literally would just be a Band-Aid for the to delay the inevitable from happening.
Sure.
If you see home prices, listen, they are staying on the market because they are too high.
Sure.
Now, typically, yes, high prices leads to lower interest rates, right?
Sure.
Lower prices, higher interest rates,
sure.
right? But the thing is, the prices are not going anywhere. They're not. When have prices ever went down? Unless there's a big economic crash. And if you keep playing with the rates and playing with the money, it will prevent that inevitable crash. Guess what? You're just kicking the can down the road. I hope she beats the allegations, not for any other reason other than that I like to see people who are already a part of effed up systems continue to be a part of it and go down with the entire ship once it goes down. Instead of going down to herself, being used as a scapegoat, like, yeah, she X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay, this little bit of thing, how much money was it? probably not that much when they have like trillions of dollars
if it even happened,
that they've stolen.
We don't even know what has happened. Now, real quick, guys, hold up. Let me read the comments. Gregory Jones says, prove it. Not sure exactly what you mean. Gregory Jones, that said speculation and hypotheticals. Sir, real quick, I'm going to break something down for Gregory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gregory, this is lunch break news, right? This is a segment during said lunch break. This is the last story of the day, and you want me or him to explain for or against the rates going up or down in every single scenario without using speculation and hypotheticals? Come on, Gregory. I appreciate the engagement, but can we be reasonable? We're them lunch break boys. We're not Albert Einstein. Like, come on, man. What are you talking about?
Greg, we do
not even Albert Einstein. We're not Harry Potter, because you'd have to be a magician to do that.
Yeah, we don't have a prepared PowerPoint.
Come on, Gregory Jones.
For this subject.
What are you from Utah? No one is above the law. We agree. We agree on that. Josh, any last thing for the people? Because we do have to get back to work. It's lunch break news. Like, we got to go. Anything for the people, Josh?
No one's above the law. I could think of a few people.
Gregory Jones asked them, why are you making predictions? The real question is, Gregory, why are you watching us make predictions? Come on.
What we make a prediction about?
I don't know, Josh. Let's just keep it. We shout out to you, Gregory Jones, though.
But I just hope something good comes out of DC. The Federal Reserve thing, it's like, come on, man. You guys need to be. I don't like the signs that the Fed and the executive chair are working together.
No,
that's always not a good sign.
Yeah.
And then we get lawyers involved. All that means is that anything movement that will actually help the regular man and women will be delayed.
Sure.
Now, is the Fed going to not do certain things, just holding a grudge against Trump?
That's a fear too.
Not making him look good in front of the population.
We might watch a pissing contest.
Yeah, this is always a bad thing. Like, this is why I'm not interested in whatever she did. Like, I don't really care. Like, it's major things going on. Things need to be moved. And is this another distraction on why things aren't getting better for the average man and woman? Because as of right now, stocks are red and that inflation is out of control.
My eggs are still $4.50 a dozen, and I'm very
100%. And it's
very
crazy.
Upset about that.
Like, this Halloween,
protein, baby.
This Halloween, you know what you're not going to see? Egg homes. You're not going to see it. It's too damn expensive.
Gerald Smallmouth says, yeah, like send the Federal Reserve packing. It was illegal to begin with.
It was illegal to begin with.
Don't get us started on that, because we're going to go down a rabbit hole. Please make sure you like, follow, subscribe. We're live for every goddamn lunch break. The best news this side of the Mississippi in the confines of a lunch break. We appreciate the agreements. We appreciate the disagreement. If you guys want that smoke, come back tomorrow. We're going to have a good time. As always, the one, the only, the Pharaoh Live. That guy, nickname cannot contain him. That is Josh getting his boogie on. Y'all go ahead and have a good rest of your day. We out, baby.